guys, this is the front room. Nothing special, but it feels very, very cluttered to me. Why is that there? Why is that there? Too much stuff behind there. We're going to be sorting through this room and giving it a good deep clean, because the walls are being painted soon and we want to gloss the skirting boards again and the door frames, so I'd like to have a tidy room before then. That's washing, I need to dry. That's washing, drying. That will always stay there because this is the most ventilated area, and if I put it in the kitchen no one can move out there. But I think this is like a normal house. I know I will get comments, not from the nice ones, not from my subscribers and the old trusty followers that watch every video. You guys are lovely, but I will get comments. But this is what we're dealing with. And I am going to sort it out because spring gives me motivation. This is what it looks like from the other end of the room. We've got a bundle of wires there. I need to clean the fish tank out today. Yeah, I don't like a lot of clutter in my space. I've said that before on here. It starts like aggravating me. And like I said, we want to repaint the walls. So let's sort this out. So my plan of action is to dust everywhere, hoover everywhere. I won't be pulling things out and doing the skirtings and hoovering behind, because when we come to sand the skirtings down, it's just going to be done again. So I don't want to do it twice. I'm having a good declutter, sorting those wires. I need to get the clothes swapped out on the Era first. Why, look, it's just... I thought we could have a little chat, because I haven't done a proper chatty video in a little while I'm cleaning the front room. Just to let you know a little bit about what's going on in my life, because yeah, I do enjoy the chatty videos. So first up, council tax went up. If you saw my post, it's gone up by about £20, our council tax. And so many of you commented that you're paying like over £200. Some of you like £250 a month. It is crazy. I don't know about you, but if you're like where I am in Cornwall, we are just pothole central. Literally in January, if you remember, when I replaced my 2 tyres, we think one of my tyres went flat because I hit a pothole, and it had like a slow puncture. But yeah, it's crazy. It's like playing a game of avoid the pothole. Like, the grass isn't being cut everywhere. It's just, what are we paying for? Because it's meant to be the local amenities, the roads, things around your local area, the street lights. Nothing's improved. We're not getting more of a service, we're getting less of a service. So why has our money gone up? Go figure. And it's the same across the board. Like, this time of year, every year, like in the last, say, like 5 years, it's just been stressful, isn't it? Trying to see how you're going to make your finances stretch. And there was always the little people that suffer. You never hear of like rich people, the ones in power, like suffering. Oh no, because they're claiming their heating bills and things through expensive. Like, what? I wanted to swear then. Excuse me? You sat there in the lap of luxury and you were using taxpayers' money to pay your heating bills. Sod off. Sod off. Jog on, should we say. Anyway, enough of that. It's getting depressing now, isn't it? I don't like thinking about it. I know we have to think about it, and I share my tips and tricks here, and my grocery haul videos are quite popular because I stick to a tighter budget. It might have to be tighter still. We'll have to see. But yeah, talk about something else. So I fell out with somebody at work recently. It's someone who's renowned at work for falling out with people, getting moody with people, and it's kind of brushed off. It's just them, you know what I mean? Or people just bite their lip and get on with it. And yeah, that day, me and another colleague of mine had done absolutely everything that needed to be done in the cleanup after, I'm a housekeeper, after doing very hard lists. And this person's older, so they get a smaller list. I'm not begrudging that. We had all the heavy rooms, which are like the quad rooms, which sleep 4 people. You've got to put beds up. We've triple rooms, you know, it's just, and they had a shorter list, had some beds made for them, Again, they're older. I don't begrudge that. What I do begrudge is when we've done all the bins, because we don't have a lift, we throw everybody's linen down into a linen cage. We had to then take linen up, which meant going, just the two of us, up 2 flights of stairs with it. And I was sweating. My watch was telling me I was doing a workout. To then be told, can you go and help them? Yes, of course. And when I went to help, had my head bitten off for coming to help because they want their hours, blah, blah, blah. Excuse me, what? Nah, I was not it. I was not the one. And I turned round. Yeah, let's just say we had a falling out. It's all blown over now because I was refusing to let them not talk to me. So there was a week in between where we didn't work together just by chance. And then the day we came back, I was just like, you know what? I moved on. I'm an adult. I have children at home. I don't need to deal with a child here. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of people have said, I think everybody just going, oh, it's just that person, and yeah, just brushing it off isn't helping. It took somebody to turn around and say, actually, no. You know? So, yeah, that happened. But like I said, it had blown over in the week. It wasn't as bad as it could have been. Like, you know, it was more a case of me like, I'm not helping. I'm not going to help again. Me saying to my team leader, I'm not helping that person anymore. If they're going to talk to me like that, basically, in not so many words. And then me forcing them to talk to me, make eye contact with me, and everything's blown over because I don't want to deal with that environment at work. I'm a housekeeper. I don't like my job anyway, really. I clean toilets. I don't want to be dealing with people being rude to me, you know? And I think it's not going to happen again because they know now that I am not it. I am not the one. So whether anybody else stands up for themselves, that's up to them. I'm a nice person, I'm a kind person, and yeah, if it was anyone else at work, I would have been shocked and I would have been absolutely devastated that I've fallen out with them, but because it's this person and everyone was just giggling because it's this person, I felt a sense of pride. And all my colleagues were like, oh my God, I never expected you to come back and like actually like tell her what for. Yeah. Because I'm not that type of person. It takes a lot to push me to that level. But when I get there, you best believe you need to wind your neck in and give your head a little wobble. So that's that. I had that going on. And my daughter has finished her plays now. Both plays from school and her theatre group. So we've gone down from, at the height of doing both shows, 6 rehearsals a week, to just the one, but it's not even a rehearsal, it's just her theatre club runs weekly when there's not a show on. It just is a normal, like a workshop group. So yeah, she's going down to just one because with the school as well, that was the second play. It was a lot. She was doing another, once the first play ended, she was doing another 4 rehearsals every day. And then they were doing tech rehearsals, which were all day. And yeah, she's not going to know what to do with herself. I'm not going to know what to do with myself, dropping her off and everything. But we have signed my son up for school football. Yeah, some more football. I know. My husband loved school football when he was at school. And he said, no, he has to be on the school football team. And plus, my son really wants to do it. We had to commit to 5 games at a specific area and commit that a parent would be there the entire time. So I don't exactly know. It's starting at the end of April. We're waiting to see if he's got his space, and I think he will. How the training's going about. Is that happening at school? Is it an after school thing? Is it, I don't know. Or are they just going to be playing football and see what happens? I don't know with school football. So yeah, signed up for that. So from April, the end of April, our Mondays are going to be busy as well after school. So yeah, we like doing this stuff to ourselves, but our main thing is that our kids do clubs. They get involved with people like-minded, people who could become their friends for their entire lives. You never know. And it gets them off screens and it gets them having a hobby and something they're excited about. And yeah, don't have to pay anything for the school one, so that's a bonus as well. I'm just so glad they found their passion in life. And like I said to my daughter, if you didn't enjoy it, you would not have been able to make those rehearsals work and everything, because she's in year 10. They've started some GCSE stuff. She does health and social care as well. That's coursework heavy. And you know what? She's been managing her time and she's been going to after school clubs for different lessons and her rehearsals. She is doing it because she loves it for the love of it. We would never force her to do anything like this, but she absolutely loves it and she's found her people. And people ask, how do you fit everything in the day? Like everything I need to do with YouTube and the kids. Well, I'm filming this voiceover at 6:45 in the morning because my son woke me up at 5:45 this morning. He is an early riser. Both my children have been early risers their whole life. He goes to bed, well, he normally goes to bed about 7:30, but last night he went later because we watched my daughters play. And yeah, still woke up at the crack of dawn. Like my children, I haven't set an alarm clock in about nearly 16 years, and I'm not even exaggerating. And if I'm not up by 6 o'clock now, my back's aching, I'm ready to get up. I think it's just my natural body clock. I go bed at 10, but I read probably until about 11:15. And yeah, it's just my natural body clock now. So that is how I get it all done. I get up very, very early in the morning. And I work part-time, so I only work 4 days. So I do get 3 days off. One of them is always when I've got the kids on a Sunday, so I can't get a lot done. But yeah, if my others fall when it's like a school day, lovely. I get a load done, a load of filming. I had 3 days in a row because they asked me to swap a not so busy shift for a busy one, which happened yesterday. I did 13 rooms, and yeah, that hurt my back. 13 beds, thankfully. It wasn't like the big rooms. It was just doing the double bed in each room. And that's not even the most we've done. Like in the summer, we've had to team up and do like 40 rooms in pairs. It's just craziness. So yeah, 13 rooms I should be grateful. But yeah, I'd rather get more money than do a shorter day and not get as much money, you know what I mean? And it worked out in my favour because I got 3 days off together because we do shift work. My 3 days off fell together and I got a load of filming done. So that's how I make it work, really. I'm just kind of trying to prioritise my time correctly and make sure that I'm dedicating the right amount of time to the right projects. I have decided that the toys and things down there need to be sorted when my son is here, otherwise I won't hear the end of it, because he did declutter a lot of stuff out of his bedroom, so I don't want to throw away anything he might want to keep, so I'm not doing that. And to be honest with you, I'm knackered now. And there we go, everything has had a polish, wiped down, tidied the wires, sorted the blankets. Clothes area is still going to be there. Dehumidifier is still going to be there. It doesn't look drastic. It doesn't look that different, but it feels so much different. And that's what I like. I always say, tidy, organised house, tidy, organised mind. Well, in my case anyway. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment.